for me.
So we're here on June 25th for the Play and Celebration edition of the Consciousness Deep Dive. We've been treated to a wonderful tour of the work of Ori Alon, and we've been sharing different ideas for how to playfully engage around the challenges that we confront in our lives as transformational change agent activists, wage slaves, not. Reflections.
A little while ago, I don't know, in the last 2 or 3 years, I just created a new operating principle for my own life and my engagement as an activist. And it was, if I'm not having fucking fun anymore, I'm not showing up to this group of people, because if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. Now, finding allies to have that operating principle with me where I live, trying to do this land use, protection, activism, protect farmland, the clean air thing, everybody's so damn serious. So we have and we're all scrambling for what we all believe to be scarce dollars to fund our little nonprofit organization. So I am so grateful. I am filled with gratitude and joy for this hour and a half this morning, because Thursday morning I have a fundraising meeting at my house with the development committee, and I'm going to shake that meeting up. We've got, the organization is governed by old white people, but we've got a couple of young men of color who are trying to help us with fundraising. So I think Jake and Justin are ready to kind of mix it up with us old white folk. And I've just gotten so many wonderful ideas from this short little conversation. I can't thank you enough, all of you. And again, just to honor the synchronicity and serendipity that I'm having in these consciousness deep dive now what conversations. Something magical is going on, Ben. I don't know how you do it, especially with that. Well, anyway, you look delightful today, darling. And and whatever this is that we're doing, it's like magic. It's like magic. And thank you.
I want to honor that you joined us at 5:30 in the morning out there on the West Coast. That's dedication to the cause. Or insomnia.
No, it's perseverance. I've mastered the art of persevering, apparently.
I would like to bestow upon you the award, the permission, the license to raise money playfully, in perpetuity, in infinite abundance.
Yes. I can print it. Yeah.
I enjoyed sharing laughingly my frustration about people just not understanding communications. And I wanted to mention one more. You can look up something called Monde Greens, M-O-N-D-E greens, such as the ants are my friends, they're blowing in the wind.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a wonderful time sharing these ideas and listening to your ideas, and how, like, Heather, this was like, thank you for bringing it, and I'm glad that such creative solutions for problems can be, and I really love how you phrase it. Like, if I'm not gonna have fun, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I think that's an approach that we can definitely have more and encourage other activists to have, because the more fun it is, the more people will join us, and the more efficient it will be. Thank you.
I have a book somewhere around here called Pleasure Activism, the new book by Adrienne Maree Brown, where it's mostly about sex, but the general principle is there as well. I just had a flash, part of the new paradigm is moving from competition to collaboration, and recognizing that we're fundamentally, the new and ancient consciousness is recognizing that we're we're fundamentally collaborative and compassionate. This idea that we're selfish and greedy and you know, fight for what's ours because there isn't enough to go around is very much a product of the industrial growth economy mindset. And I thought, so I was thinking about this challenge, you know, the making a living challenge, and even the language that we don't have to describe something other than making a living, like we aren't already alive, and you know, isn't that our birthright? And then I was thinking, well, so I know there's a lot of us out there who are very stubbornly refusing to compromise, you know, more than absolutely necessary in order to do the work we really want to do in service to the movement. So we could have a competition over who's going to the most absurd lengths to not you know, make money, basically.
Yeah. There is the Compassion Olympics. I don't know if you know them. The Compassion.
You know, John Raymer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a wonderful initiative.
Right, and he talks about co-opetition. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's survival of the kindest, which is beautiful. But
yeah.
I'm thinking of something a little more satirical, because we are suffering. I mean, we heard from somebody earlier on the call who, you know, was breaking up with his wife, and he, you know, partly because he just won't sell out. Basically, wasn't the term he used, but you know, and my sense was that she couldn't accept that and understand that, and you know, very understandably, he's like, you know, I need you to be helping to provide for the family. I'm just imagining the conversations that might have happened, and that's really tough stuff. And I know that's a pattern, you know. So can we make a satire and a game out of that gives us permission to you know, to celebrate the work that we are called to, along with the challenges and the pain it brings sometimes.
I just thought about how hard it is for me, living with such wealth and abundance and privilege, to remind myself that before I spend money on something I don't need, I could do something else with that money. And I have this voice that's always saying it to me, but it's a very nudging, nasty kind of a voice, critical. Wouldn't it be nice to have a character who was playful and funny, who kept on teasing us about why we're spending our money on something we don't need when we could be spending on something that would bring joy and laughter?
Yeah, yeah,
we
that's
need
a great idea.
Like that, who keeps on showing us how he took the money away from someone
yeah.
who was being whatever.
Like a superhero of silliness.
Yeah.
Or of joy.
And also in these crazy times, you know, we do, I mean, yes, consumerism is like at the root in some ways of what, you know, of the evil. And, you know, treating yourself to something frivolous or fun or indulgent, you know, isn't all bad, right? We need that too. Or I think of, you know, watching MSNBC and feeling guilty about ingesting this, you know, somewhat toxic but politically aligned, you know, mainstream media content. Can we somehow find a way to celebrate and accept that, even though we know it's icky? Or being on Facebook a lot, which, you know.
What did you say? Investing in what? I didn't hear your example.
Celebrate that, or, you know.
Celebrate what?
Watching MSNBC, you know, knowing that we're consuming this stuff that, you know, that we know in some ways isn't good for us or the country or the planet, you know. But you know, there's a satisfaction in imagining, you know, it's like this, it's the most unbelievable reality show ever, right? I mean, you know, will he go to jail or not?
So I just want to share an example of how the flow is working in my life right now about putting the fund back in fundraising. Last week we were talking about a membership campaign and how we were going to label the different levels of giving. And we were following kind of agricultural a meme like seeds and sprouts, and we got to $250, and I said, well, how about we call that level of giving the sleeper cell level of giving? And it didn't go over well with my small group of people. They looked at me like I was freaking serious about that. And I said, oh, come on, we're friends of Clark County. We are already considered to be a sleeper cell by the establishment. Why not have fun with that? So that didn't get into the membership campaign, but that was my first step into trying to bring satire and silliness to this damn fundraising campaign, because I'm done
Yeah.
with the regular kind of fundraising mechanisms for nonprofits. They're all boring, and it's just like, I'm done.
Yeah. Not
No.
everyone's going to be open to it, and that's fine. I mean, you're going to find your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for everyone. I learned it the hard way, but I'm still doing it.
I think this is going to give me permission. Thank you, Rick. This is going to give me permission to have fun, even if nobody else is. And I don't know. I know this is being recorded, so pardon my language, but maybe my new like la 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 language is fuck you if you're not having fun. Get the hell out of my house.
Do you know Molly Ivins, the best Texan ever? She also really talks about that.
I'm not fooling around with this serious stuff anymore. We're just going to have fun. I don't know if I have one life to live or not, but I'm having fun with this one this day forward. I've spent 69 years being serious. I'm done now.
Sounds good. Sounds very good. Good luck with that.
I'm still totally committed to seriousness.
It shows. Thich Nhat Hanh is proud.
Yeah.
I want to thank Ori for all the ideas, and also I want to thank Ben for putting this together. And Helen, I really appreciate how you put in some impromptu interactivity. I like that. That gets me right in my body and out of my head, which is really the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, thank you for
We
that.
call that guerrilla facilitation, Mom.
This, I feel like I fall in love. I fall into love through these calls. Even though they're Zoom calls and people I've never met face to face, there's something about these interactions that to me feel like I'm falling into love with everybody who shows up. And it's just remarkable.
You're a Shambhala warrior.
Thank you.
Tools of insight and compassion as your
Wow.
instruments.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you all.
So have a wonderful rest of the day, and we're gonna stay in touch. Thank you.
Oh.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.